Hi, my name is Melissa Palmerson and I'm currently a student at Salford University studying exercise, physical activity and health. This is a 3-year course of which I'm currently a first year. This presentation is for the Practitioner Skills Development module, and during this presentation I will be identifying my chosen job role and how my strengths and weaknesses align to this role. These strengths and weaknesses have been identified by completing various psychological and self-assessment tests. The role that I chose for this assignment was the role of a wellbeing coach for the company Being Well Salford. I chose this job role as the role of working within the community to better individuals' health through diet and exercise is something that I'm really passionate about and I've always been interested in. And it is a job role that I can see myself pursuing long term, as I feel I do have traits and characteristics that align with this role, and it's definitely a job role that greatly appeals to me. As I said, for this module I completed many psychological tests and self-assessments which allowed me to identify the areas which I am strong in and the areas that I need to develop more in order to be even more tailored to this role. The first self-assessment I took identified that I'm an activist when it comes to different learning styles. So the strengths from this are being flexible and open-minded and adaptable. These are obviously important characteristics and traits to have when it comes to this job role, as there's many different people from many different walks of life that will come to me looking for advice on how to improve their health, and I need to be adaptable and open-minded to their specific situation in order to help them. Also, another trait is being optimistic, which is obviously very important because there may be people in bad health or people that feel depressed, because it's not always about physical health, it can be about mental health as well. So I am going to need to be optimistic in order to be able to help them in the best way that I can. The next test revealed that I have a phlegmatic personality type. This means that I can work well under pressure, which is obviously really important because when you're dealing with people's health and well-being, that can be a very high pressure situation. So by being able to work well under pressure, I'll be able to take a look at their case that they're bringing towards me, like their health situation and their lifestyle, and I'll be able to make a plan or recommendations for them on how to improve it. And even if that is a very high pressure situation that I'm having to work in, I'll be able to deal with it. Also, I'm not put off by failures. This is very important, as there may be things that come up throughout the job that can be seen as a failure. Say I give someone a recommendation and they come back 6 weeks later and it doesn't work for them, then I can't see that as a failure. I have to see that as it's just a stepping stone in their journey to having better health, and I can't see that as a failure. So by not being put off by these little setbacks, then that is a very important quality to have, and it's something that can carry me through this job role, as I'm not getting put off by things when they go wrong. I also took a test that showed me what type of person I am when I work in a group situation, and it showed me that I'm a plant type, and obviously this job role does include working in groups, and by being a plant type in a group situation, this means that I can generate ideas, and I'm creative in my approach to things. So by being able to generate creative ideas, it's really actually beneficial in this job role, because I'll be able to come up with innovative ways to deal with people's problems, maybe that they haven't tried before. So because they've tried all the other things out there that haven't worked for them, they may have given up, but if I can bring them new creative ideas that may be able to help them towards better health, then that's a really a very positive quality. So also from my previous jobs, just in my own personal life, I've been in many customer service situations, which has allowed me to greatly improve my communication skills. So I'm able to work with people, be able to talk and communicate to people, specifically when they have like queries and problems. I'm able to efficiently solve those problems for them and come up with solutions that they can use to sort whatever problem they have out. And that's very important in this job role, as people will be coming to me with issues that they have in their life, and I'm going to need to be able to communicate with them efficiently and create a rapport and a trust between me and the client in order to be able to help them on a journey to better health. Now if I move on to the areas for development, which I'd need to work on in order to become more tailored to the job role. One of these was taking action with no preparation, which is something that I often do. I take action towards whatever I'm doing, a task, and I've not really prepared for it, which obviously sets me back because I'm not working as efficiently as I could. In order to combat this, I'd create plans in order to make sure I am prepared. So when I work within that job role, I would have a plan of the week of every task that I have to do. So I'm not going into my day without having a prepared plan, and I'm not going in unprepared, which will obviously help me to avoid making mistakes and also be able to work as efficiently as possible with the individuals that I would be working with. Another area for development was sometimes I can be absent-minded and forgetful. So with appointments I have, or meetings I have to go to, or things I have to do, I can be forgetful and forget to do them. A solution I came up with for this was to maybe download a diary app onto my phone, seeing as I'm always using my phone. So this app could be used for appointments and events and dates, and especially when I'm working in this job, it's going to be very unprofessional to forget an appointment with a client. So I'm going to need to be on top of everything. So that app is kind of a way, it's an easier way for me to be reminded of things to do. Also, another setback and area for development was I have no level 2 qualification in health and wellbeing. So I would obviously need to go out and pay for a course to get that qualification in order for me to be able to be a wellbeing coach. And also another setback is that I sometimes find it hard to process information that is written. So that's not going to be good, because maybe there might be some clients that prefer to have their information written down instead of me always telling it to them. But because that's not the way I kind of process things, I might forget that and not allow my client or the individual to have that information. So I'm going to need to learn how to deal with written information more and process it more. So the solution I came up with for that was to read more books and also learn something like a new like craft or something through a textbook. So by reading a textbook and learning, I'm training myself to be able to read and take information from that. So that was my presentation for the practitioner skills development. Thank you.